Hi, and welcome to this companion video where we're going to finish doing your super chats from earlier today. I'm Chris Connor, and with me is Robert Meyer Burnett. Hi, Rob.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, so much time has passed.
I haven't done a companion video in a long time. This is like old times.
I know.
I used to do them in my garage by myself.
Aww.
Now I can do it with you.
Yay!
This is exciting.
And you won't accidentally die.
That's true.
You know? Leave a car running or something spooky.
Yeah.
I don't know where you're doing this from your garage.
I mean, my garage is my observatory. There's no car in there. So
okay,
no chance of carbon monoxide
I got
poisoning.
worried about you and how you
Just
were
too much hot air
yourself.
coming out that I could, maybe
That's
asphyxiate
always-
from that.
Yeah, that's an issue.
But not today.
Yay! Well, let's get into it. What do we got, Taylor?
Well, we got Stark 2024 saying which one had the better 3-episode arc, Arcane or The Last of Us?
Ooh, I mean, very apples and oranges, though, isn't it? I mean, and I don't mean that because of the medium. I just mean it in terms of storytelling.
Yeah, I think so, too. I mean, look, I love animation, but to be able to create in live action what they were able to do in Last of Us is very, very difficult because the thing with animation is if you don't get it right, you can redo it. Like Pixar spends a long time getting their stories and their presentation correct. You can have actors come back in and do VO. It's a lot harder when you're out on a set. You've got a whole crew.
Fighting daylight.
Fighting time. So I don't want to say, because Arcane is great.
It's stunning.
I don't want to take
story.
anything away from it, but the medium, it's a little bit easier to make changes in animation than it is to, it depends.
I feel like, too, Arcane was kind of adapting something really from character concepts.
Right.
Whereas Last of Us obviously already had this rich narrative and really had a high expectation of what to be met. And so if I had to pick one, I'd maybe lean towards Last of Us just because it was such a shift in what the narrative was.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
What else we got?
Clever Name says, couldn't that episode have been 20 minutes and it would have narratively accomplished the same thing?
No. Respectfully, no. If that's your opinion, that's fine. But I don't think so. I don't think I would have fallen in love with those characters if it was all done in 20 minutes.
No, and there was a lot going on. I mean, see, here's the thing. It really, to me, it depends on how you're, again, video games. The narrative is you can say, sure, you can cut down anything. But can you elicit that kind of feeling and that emotion?
Yeah.
You can tell the beats of any story that you want, but that doesn't mean it's going to work or work for people.
Exactly.
And creating a narrative is a very difficult thing to do. And we watch how do you convey the passage of all 20 years? Can you do that in 20 minutes and make people feel it? I don't know.
Not everything can be up. I feel like that's a lot of times people refer to that in these very condensed nonverbal storytelling moments of look at the passage of time and you know how in love with each other they are. Yeah, and that worked in that medium and in that story. And when other people have tried to do it, I don't think it's been as successful to be like, let me show you their lives in this quick little instance. I think we needed, especially given the type of person Bill is, the survivalist, we needed all of this time so we could understand him. And so that he could also learn about what he needed from life truly.
Well, also just from a plot standpoint, the elaborate defenses that he's able to create, if we hadn't seen him making those defenses in the beginning, over the 3 years after the outbreak when he was alone, or 4 years, you wouldn't have believed it. When something happens later, it would have been like, come on, how could one guy, he had 4 years to prep.
Yeah.
So you needed all this.
Exactly.
I didn't think there was one wasted narrative moment.
No, I loved it all. Cried my eyes out.
I did too. AK Films says, screw this episode per week strategy. I want to see all the remaining episodes of The Last of Us now. I can't wait till March 12th. Best show since House of the Dragon.
Gosh, it's really good. But I love the show once a week model because it entices me.
Well, and also you sit down, I really anticipate this show. And I have to tell you, I had no idea how long it was, but when I sat down and saw how long it was, I was like, I felt like I was getting a Christmas present or something.
Oh, I had the opposite because I'm an old lady and I started this at 9 p.m. and was like, oh no, it's past my bedtime. But it flew by and it was so beautiful. I was sad I went to bed then, and being like, tears streaming down my face, being like, I gotta wake up at 5 to coach. But worth it.
So good. D. Murdoch says, hey, how hyped are you for Daredevil Born Again? I'm super hyped, but a bit worried. What are you looking for in the show, and do you think John Barenthal's Punisher will return, possibly Midnight Suns?
Oh, we've talked about this before, D. Murdoch. Not quite sure about Punisher back in the mix because Disney Plus, Papa Iger's back, family friendly is more of a push, even though the Punisher still is existing on Disney Plus. We'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to this. I really like Charlie Cox. I love Vincent D'Onofrio. As we've talked about, they hired lawyers to be consultants on the show itself. So I feel like they're doing all the right stuff.
Yeah, I'm really excited. And I don't know how close it's going to be to the Born Again storyline from the comics, but I love that storyline. You know, I Matt Murdock standing in the rubble of his apartment holding up the Daredevil sign saying to Kingpin, you shouldn't have signed it, meaning his signature that he did this. Mm-hmm. Love that. Man.
So good.
So good. Joey Baboy, Baboy, Lifetime box office. Spielberg, 10.6 billion to James Cameron, 8.4 billion.
Ooh.
Yeah, but Joey, that's because Spielberg's made like 10 times, well, maybe not 10 times. He's made like 40 movies.
Yeah.
James Cameron has made, let me rattle them off. If you want to include Piranha 2 the Spawning.
I do.
Let's not. Okay, if you do, Piranha 2 the Spawning, yes. The Terminator, Aliens, The Abyss, Terminator 2, True Lies, Titanic, Avatar, and Avatar 2. He's made 9 films, including Piranha 2 the Spawning.
Yeah. It's impressive to have those numbers with Piranha 2 mixed in there.
I'm telling you. Spielberg, if you go back to his Duel was really his first movie. It was released theatrically, if you want to say that, in Europe.
Okay.
So you've got Duel, The Sugarland Express, Jaws, Close Encounters, 1941, Raiders, E.T., Temple of Doom, and Color Purple. That's 9 movies.
Right there.
That only goes up to 1985.
Yeah. Dang.
Do you want to know how many Spielberg has directed?
Sure.
32.
32
Okay, 32
films?
movies.
Dang.
32 movies compared to James Cameron's 9.
To have a $2 billion difference between that, though, is pretty outstanding.
It's true.
Man.
Spielberg has directed more movies than years I've been alive.
Oh,
and he
throw
knows
in
who
that
his
you're
dad
a
is.
baby. Taylor, just a little humble brag. Oh my gosh, I'm just a wee little thing.
Oh my God, I'm so sweet and innocent.
I'm just such a baby. Meanwhile, Rob's just like, this little youth.
Wicked Man is our next. Wicked Man says, I watched To Leslie, and personally, I would give my vote to Andrea for the Oscar.
Ooh.
Yeah, of course, because her performance is stunning. You can see that in the trailer.
I gotta check it out. I really gotta watch it.
Just watch the trailer. You'll be like, I gotta see this. I love movies like this. I can't wait to see it. Chillmonger says, when you say the Michael Jackson documentary put to rest the controversy, are you referring to Leaving Neverland? Because that solidified it for me.
When I said that, what I meant was the family put it to rest.
Right.
They have never once again revisited these allegations. And that has been the Jackson Estates kind of, and we are done talking about this.
Yes.
That's what I mean by it. That's why I went on to say, of course, everyone has their own interpretation and narratives of what happened and what did not happen, et cetera, et cetera.
It's true. Stub McShave says, Chris, the sage of cinematic speculation.
Oh, that's a great name, but I don't know if it fits me.
People are hanging those nicknames. I don't get my own nicknames. Look what you're getting. You're getting nicknames.
I got a good one the other day in the comments that was the vivacious voice of villainy.
Ooh.
Come on.
Right?
We need fan artwork. We need to put these at the beginning of the Weekly Hero.
These would be great.
So when I say your name, we can cut to this artwork.
That would be rad.
That's what I do on my own show.
Give us, much like you send Rob your scripts, send us your art.
Your fan art with nicknames.
That's appropriate.
Or when you hear a nickname, make some fan art.
Yeah.
Because it's not cool if you hang your own nickname on yourself.
Well, no, it's douchey.
It's so douchey. And all my nicknames, send me your scripts. It's great when you have nicknames hung on you and people are they like them enough to send you fan art.
Yeah.
That's how I have fan art to use on my own show. It's all viewer generated.
Oh, that's spiffy. Nice.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, the late Mark Chure drew a really nice pen and ink drawing of my face that I keep on. He passed away. That I was so touched. His sister found the original in his things after he passed away, and she sent it to me.
That's really beautiful. Oh, what a lovely thing.
Shout out to Mark Chure, man.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He was a great active member of all of our communities. Kylo Ken says, fly, Eagles, fly. Da-da-da-da-da.
Who are in the Super Bowl.
They're in the Super Bowl.
I know that now. My mom is so disappointed in me. She loves football. She loves it so much. My cousin Kaylin was a cheerleader for the Patriots. I know nothing.
You have a cheerleader cousin?
Yeah, she's a teacher now. I'm glad that's what you paid attention to there. Yeah.
I pay attention to everything. That's just something I had heard
She's the
before.
best. My mom's side of the family, they love sports. My dad and I, whenever my mom would throw Super Bowl parties, my dad and I were the ones who made all the food because my dad doesn't care about sports. And so he and I would cook everything, and then we'd go watch the commercials and the halftime show. And so that's always been how I thought you're supposed to watch it, and that my mom was just a lunatic.
What's this about your cheerleader cousin?
You stay away from her, Robert. She's nice. She's sweet.
Sure she is.
All right. Well,
Mike Dude sends in a super chat. Mike Dude, thank you
Thanks,
for the
dude.
support. Appreciate it. Raymond Verada says it's the 35th anniversary of Perfect Strangers.
what? Oh, that makes sense. That's when I hatched.
35 years ago.
See, I can do it too, Taylor.
Bronson Pinchot.
I have to look up what this is.
Watch the opening credits. It's great. It's delightful.
I'm doing it now.
Crazy. Dr. Stinky. It's like Dr. Shrinker. Hey guys, I got the privilege to watch Violent Night last night, and it was funny AF and awesome to see a Viking Santa with a hammer. It was just brilliant. Bring on the filthy.
Oh, Dr. Stinky, it's so good. It's so, so good. I love it so much. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. If you like Violent Night, too, you should check out the comic Klaus. And then you should also watch, we talked about it recently on the Weekly Hero, you should watch read Lobo's paramilitary Christmas special, because also heckin' violent and fighting Santa. And that one, he's fighting Santa.
And if you really want to read a depraved Santa story, find the book Santa Steps Out by Robert Devereaux. It's very hard to find.
Don't read it in public.
Oh, it's so good. Santa.
Don't
Where's
bring it to
that
work.
movie? Where's that animated movie?
Somewhere deep, deep into the dark internet.
I want to see it. Shout out to the Tooth Fairy. You know what I'm saying? Matthew Carter says, I died laughing at you people, but a lot of people hated it. I know comedy is subjective, but do you think society is still too sensitive for certain topics? Matthew, okay, I watched you people.
Yeah, you were excited about it.
I was excited about it. I actually started watching it on Saturday morning at 9 a.m.
Aww.
I'm drinking my morning coffee. Elizabeth's like, what, you're starting this movie now? The first 35 minutes of the movie, I was dying. I thought it got a little bit more conventional as it went on. Mm-hmm. But I've been reading, and its ending was kind of silly, but it's a rom-com too.
Oh.
And I thought some of it was, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus, there's unbelievable things. I loved Eddie Murphy in it, but I thoroughly enjoyed my time watching it. But man, there's a lot of polarizing opinions about it.
Oh.
And there's a lot of people that are not fans of Blackish and what he was trying to say in that. And it's really interesting that, it used to be that when you would look at a movie and criticize a film, the criticism would be contextual to the movie itself. Mm-hmm. Now everyone's bringing their own personal, and critics always brought part of themselves into criticizing movies, but they kept their criticism to the film itself and reflecting back on the movie. Now nobody cares. People are reviewing things and they're using their own personal politics and just basically turning it all into themselves and what they think. As opposed, and the critics have always done that, but always in the context of what the movie was. But nowadays, because I've read a lot of think pieces on this movie. Yeah. Boy, it's triggered a lot of people.
Ooh, I gotta watch it.
And I liked it.
I gotta check it out.
It's not great, but I liked it. And the first 30 minutes, oh my God. And there's a star-making performance. I think her name is Sam. I don't know her last name. Jonah Hill's best friend and podcast partner delivers, and she used to write for Saturday Night Live. She kills it. Oh, I kills it. I would totally watch her patter and the way she was incredible. I loved her.
Sweet.
Star of the year for me right now.
Nice.
Loved her. D. Murdoch. Football yesterday. Woo!
There's football yesterday too? Wow, it happens a lot.
There was actually 2 football games yesterday.
I was catching up on Royal Rumble.
Oh, how was that?
Great. The women's one was fantastic.
All right.
Well,
there
wonderful.
you go. Okay.
Really, really wonderful. Way to go, Ripley.
Noit, you love the possibility of Sebastian Stan moving to Star Wars. Is that a place you can move to?
Yeah.
Like, do you set up house there?
Yeah.
Can
you
I buy
just call
condo?
a realtor.
I'd like to buy a condo in Star Wars, please.
Yeah.
Actually, with the Star Wars hotel going out of business, I mean, They're to get no. Maybe you can actually buy a
How
condo.
is it going out of business? It seemed like such a sound model.
Oh boy!
Oh my god!
$5,000 a night.
Color me surprised.
Maybe this was just a long term. I would move in there if they made each one of those places
I want
an
it to be a
apartment.
retirement community.
Yeah, man.
I would love it.
How cool you could cosplay Star Wars at you're like 78 years old.
Be perfect.
Well, there's the Empire. They're coming.
Perfect.
Be great.
Be great. But Sebastian Stan going to Star Wars. I mean, I know a lot of people have talked about how much he looks like a young Mark Hamill. Mark Hamill himself has talked about it. But unless we are revisiting that, that's kind of our only link here right now of why he would be there.
He's an older Mark Hamill that looks like younger Mark Hamill in a way.
Exactly. But I'm sure if they found the right role, any actor would want to be part of Star Wars.
For sure. Why not?
Yeah.
Make him a cool something.
Yeah.
Could happen. Matthew Carter says, I saw Avatar 2 this weekend. It was okay, but too long for me. I had to pee, and it seemed excessive. Amazing how James Cameron can make $2 billion with movies this long.
I mean, when I saw it, it didn't feel long to me.
No, it didn't feel long to me.
But Ray, have you seen it yet?
What?
Avatar?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Okay. Because I'm most interested to see if the length is upsetting to you, because I defer to you on whether or not movies feel long.
I keep putting it off because I was going to watch it this past weekend, but then I had to take care of the dogs because John and Ann were going out of town or whatever. So hopefully nothing comes up. I'll watch it this weekend.
Okay. Let us know your thoughts.
Yes. Stephen Allen sends in a $37 super chat. It's
Thank
probably
you,
actually a
Steven.
more round number, but it got, in translation.
All weird.
But thank you, Stephen, for supporting us like that. Stephen says, hi, John. I'm from Quebec, Canada, and I've been following you since your days at AMC.
Aww.
I just want to say thanks for giving us such a good show every day, and thanks to all of your crew for the amazing work.
Yeah.
I
thanks, the
encourage
crew.
everybody to support the channel.
Oh, that's very, very sweet of you. We
Sorry,
really
John's not here
appreciate
to hear that, but we will convey that to him.
We absolutely will. We're here to hear it. Thank you.
You got the crew.
Yeah.
We're the crew.
We appreciate you. And thank you so much to everyone who watches the show. It's really, really nice of y'all, especially when you write in and send your support like that. It's
Amazing.
awesome.
And we are the crew of the Starship Campea. That's not quite a Star Trek reference, but I'm going to do it anyway.
It's close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the bridge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's like Scotty and Sulu are right over there and running the show, and Chekhov. Mm-hmm. Maybe. It's like how I envision that in my mind every day.
Nice.
Suthius says, Mr. C, do you still keep in touch with any of the ladies of Movie Talk? Anna Rose, Maud, Alicia, Miri, Clark, perhaps. They were all great.
That's a question for John.
Yeah, I don't really know.
He's not here right now.
Ray, do you know if John keeps up with the ladies of AMC?
I don't know. I'd probably not. Maybe Amy Rose, because I still talk to Amy Rose, but a lot of them are doing their thing. I mean, every now and then, I'll like Sinead. Sinead was one of the good ones. And
well, nothing
Ashley
compared to her.
Ashley Mova. Yeah, they're all actually kicking ass in life right now. So, I don't think he does.
Okay, well, that's good. Hey, that's more than I knew.
Yeah.
Groupie Don't Play says CNBC reporting Max is the new name for HBO. Dumb?
Oh, yeah. We reported on this ages ago, right?
Max?
Of it just being
it's
Max?
Just Max?
Yeah, then I thought like the Grinch's dog.
I think Max is a dude's name.
Yeah.
Max is your buddy.
Yeah.
Max is your pal. They're just calling it Max. Look, I think losing the HBO name is dumb.
Yeah, I associate HBO with prestige shows as well. And it also is one of those streamers that I justify of, well, yeah, because HBO has great content. It's not TV, it's HBO. Keep the name. I think it's silly.
Just call it Box.
What?
Home box office, just Box, Let's watch the box.
That might mean a couple of different things to people.
Like
I
what,
know it
Rob?
means one thing to me.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Rob.
You never change, Ray. You sweet, sweet man.
When they have hot shows on the box, you know what I'm saying?
Lord.
Christian Rohrer says, I just watched the first 3 episodes of the new Night Court series. I think it's great. Brought me right back. I haven't seen it yet. I want to watch it.
I haven't. I've read some of the scripts for it.
Was it good? Send her your screen.
Yeah, is there someone else that needs some?
No, I don't need any of them. I don't need any of your scripts. But it's cute. It's it's a
That's good. I'm glad it's
comedy.
good.
It's a little sitcom. Yeah,
That's good.
I haven't checked it out though.
Christian Rohrer goes on to say, how did first-year students get into Hogwarts? They went through the Dumbledores. Christian, you should be ashamed of yourself. I'm just saying.
What?
We can do better, my friend. But you know what? We appreciate a dad joke. We appreciate your support.
Our last super chat.
Ooh.
Really? That's it?
Well, this one, this upcoming one is the last one.
Jedediah Elias says, you saw Fair Play? I saw Fair Play at Sundance Virtual Fest over the weekend, and wow, who knew Alden Ehrenreich had that kind of acting ability? One of my faves of 2023 so far. Dude, an erotic thriller that's all about finance. It's like The Big Short meets Basic Instinct. I am so in. I can't wait to see that movie. I'm so jelly you saw it. I really can't wait. The notices, I believe the movie even sold for like $20 million to Amazon. So yeah, baby.
I read that article on it that you posted.
Yeah.
It looks really, really interesting.
I can't wait to see it. I'm glad you saw it. Alden Ehrenreich is a terrific actor. I loved him in Hail Caesar. He's really good. And I thought he was great as Han Solo.
I think he did a great job. He gets a bad rep for that because people just didn't like the movie. We had actual Han just on screen and still alive, so it was a weird thing.
Look, in 10 years,
Solo's
people
fun.
are going to like Solo. The new generation's going to watch it. Go, this was good, and they'll think about
fun
it.
Watching it. We got Sabak cards because of it.
Yes, we did.
Freaking like it. I don't know. At me in the comments. It's fine. I don't care.
Yeah, write down below
Your
what you
hate
think.
gives me more power.
That's right.
I'm a Sith Lord like that.
I wish you had more power too.
Me too.
You need to get the hate. Feel the hate flow through you.
Well, I don't do that part.
Oh.
Then I take in the hate and then I'm like, well, my life's really great. Yay.
I kind of feel that way too.
I'm happy all
It's
the
true.
time.
You know when I get the most hate?
What?
When I post about Star Trek on Twitter.
That makes sense.
It's very weird. I would think that it would be the exact opposite happening. I've actually been saying I really like Star Trek Picard season 3.
I know. People are not trusting you.
People are, and the thing is, screeners have been sent out. 6 episodes have been sent out, and people are loving it. And everyone's still coming at me like I'm like some paid shill.
I've loved the response being, well, we can't trust you because we haven't seen it. He's just saying his opinion. I don't know. I think it's really interesting that people want you to stay angry. But, maybe sometimes we can just, if we are presented new data, if we were presented good stories, then we can change our opinions on shows, guys.
The thing is, my default position is to go into everything wanting to love it.
Yeah.
I've never understood, because as somebody who's a fan of science fiction, fantasy, and horror, I grew up watching any and everything that was science fiction, fantasy, and horror related.
Yeah.
And I went into everything I loved it all, and then there was varying degrees of my love. So I wanted that to be better than it was, but I still loved it all. Now we live in a world where pre-hatred is a thing, which I don't understand. The fact that we're getting the things, and I'm not one of these people that, look, I don't love to hate anything, but if something is bad, I'll say it's bad.
Yeah.
It gives me no pleasure that we're into 14 years of the great Star Trek hostage crisis. But if we get one 10-episode season of Star Trek that's good in the modern age, I'm perfectly willing to say it. And when we had that season, because Terry Matalas was given free reins as showrunner and brought in the collaborators he needed and he trusted and he worked with, well then. And by the way, check out on my own channel an interview with him and Todd Stashwick, who plays the captain of the Titan A that I dropped last night exclusively on the Burnett Network.
Nice.
I know, right? But people still think I'm a paid shill.
Well,
they block Paramount Plus. Star Trek on Paramount Plus pre-blocked me. I'm a Paramount Plus customer, and they pre-blocked me.
Goodness gracious. It's like they didn't like the things you were saying before.
I can't believe it. No, wait a minute. This show's supposed to be over, isn't it?
I know. That's why I'm going to try to wrap it up.
Okay.
No. Just go ahead.
We can just
Rob.
keep doing this.
Let it all
we can
out.
just keep doing it.
No,
I just wanted
it's
you to
fine.
get that off your chest.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
No problem. So thank you guys for watching this little companion video here. We hope you enjoyed it. Thank you to everyone else who helped us make this happen. Thanks, Ray, for being here for moral support. Thanks, Taylor, for running things.
That means not doing shit.
Hey, Taylor, I have a question for you.
Yes, sir.
What do you think about Eddie Murphy announcing they should make a donkey movie and Shrek 5? Because I was really curious as to what you thought.
Yeah.
Oh, funny you should ask. Oh my God, my hair. What the hell? I think that was like made in fun. I don't think that he was seriously like trying to make a dig at Puss in Boots. But it's like, you know, having to choose between two children. I don't want to choose between my beloved puss and my beloved
Ass?
sorry, yeah, my beloved ass. Oh no, demonetized. But I'm down to see Eddie Murphy back. He's so good in the role, and it's like whether it's a Shrek 5, which is what fingers crossed, or if it's a spinoff like Puss got, I'm down for either one. So I'm just very excited that, you know. But it's so funny. Chris wanted to end this video 20 minutes ago before we started talking about Star Trek, and then now I'm talking about Shrek, so we're just screwed. But I was telling Ray. Speaking of Ray, I was telling Ray that the last couple times I've gone in a Hot Topic, that every time I go, more and more Shrek shirts, Shrek hats, Shrek scarves, Shrek socks, everything you can imagine is being sold. So you're welcome, DreamWorks, and cast me in Shrek 5. I'll be anything, villain, fairy godmother, stunt double, whatever you need. Did that answer your question?
Fairy godmother stunt double in
Sorry.
animated film.
You don't, but don't tell him. I want him to believe.
I'll be the motion capture guy. If they want to do motion capture, I'll be the motion capture artist for Shrek.
Nice. Well, guys, thanks so much for being here. We're all going to go have lunch now. We appreciate you. We appreciate everything you do for this channel. I've been Chris Carr. That's been Robert Meyer Burnett. See you later. Bye.